From the moment that I get up till the time I go to bed, Lord, I just keep searching for a way to get ahead. I'm on their highway, Lord, I'm doing fine as I make my way to heaven, a little at a time, a little at a time. There's workers that need the sunshine, farmers need the rain, fields that need a planting, cause the cattle need the grain. I need a little shove, Lord, I'm getting way behind. Lord, I'm gonna catch up a little at a time, a little at a time. Down here, Lord, but I do the best I can. And when I get to heaven, I'm gonna be a wealthy man. I'll be living in a mansion, I won't owe a dime. I'm laying up my treasures there, a little at a time, a little at a time. Times are getting harder, prices going up. Everything I do, Lord, don't seem to be enough. But when I get to heaven, put all my cares behind. I'm gonna take it in, Lord, a little at a time, a little at a time. I'm gonna take it in, Lord, a little at a time, a little at a time. Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. Been a long time coming, and time for another live stream. And I wanted to do some gear, kind of demos today. Instead of doing the normal gear demo review video, I know a lot of you asked for more practice videos. So I thought, well, why not just go ahead and just do a gear video kind of review with practice. Okay, so that's what I thought I would do. And at this time, I figured we could just practice a little bit, play some guitar, maybe answer some questions, whatever you guys want to work on there. You can leave some comments if you're watching the stream live. Troy Shockley just left one. Let's see what he says here. Hey, Eric, happy I could make it live. Thank you, Troy. Nice little Joker picture there. Pretty cool. Glad you guys are here. I decided to go ahead and announce this earlier so that you guys could be here. And I know I tend to ramble a lot, so I'm going to try not to do a lot of that today. We're testing out two new things of gear. The first of which is this microphone you're hearing me come through right now. An awesome microphone. And I'll be talking about that as we go along. I'm going to spend a lot of time talking at the beginning so we can start playing. And also some new picks that I have that are kind of different but the same from the ones I've been using. So my plan today is it's time for another practice session, but instead of doing the Gilbert family practice, I figured I'd do some practice for some upcoming events that I'm doing with my brother and sister in the kind of semi-quasi group that we do together. We used to be called the Heavenly Travelers, and I've dubbed us HT 2.0 because we're coming back together and just singing some random, events and things like that in church. But keep the comments coming, keep your questions coming, and like this, share it with everybody else while it's live. People will be able to watch it later, but we're going to go ahead and start and play around. That song was called A Little at a Time. We do that one quite frequently, actually. And that's one of my favorite ones to solo over. I first heard that one from the Easter Brothers, and Brian Sutton soloed on that song. And it was amazing. So let's see. What's another one that we do? I think I've got a set list of some of the songs we do, or I used to. This homesick, just over yonder. Let's do just over yonder. I haven't done that in a while. I don't know if I've done that here or not. So this, you can kind of consider this as kind of like a concert / practice session. And go ahead and start this one. It's called Just Over Yonder. I don't really do a solo on this song, but we'll try it. We'll see what we come up with. Just out of curiosity, in case you're wondering, I've got the microphone aimed right at me so that it will pick up my whole voice, but I've angled myself from here to here. That way it hits about the 12th fret and there's not all this boominess. If I switch my angle, you can kind of see what's going on here. Right in front of the sound hole. A little boomy. And that kind of cuts a lot of that bass out. If I was over here. So that's one good tip I got from Joe Gilder. If you'll look at him on Home Studio Corner, he did some videos on recording acoustic guitars. And he talked about shifting yourself as opposed to messing with a mic. Just put it in a stationary position and shift your guitar until you find what sounds good to you. And that's typically what I do when I'm recording guitar. Just find something that sounds good to me. Now, this microphone is very sensitive. It's picking up a lot of the room noise, a lot of the reverb. And while I'm thinking about it, go ahead and turn it down just a little bit because I've seen it clipping earlier. So we'll turn that down. You guys should still be able to hear me just fine. That way when I belt out my song, it won't be too loud for you guys. All right, so let's just continue on here. Just Over Yonder is this next song. That first one was, like I said, called A Little at a Time. And this one's called Just Over Yonder. Okay. I'll just go ahead and start it off with a little intro. I don't typically do that, but you guys want to, no doubt, see some guitar playing. And I finally found a way to put this microphone boom stand where it's not going to be interfering with the guitar at all. So you can actually see what my hands are doing. So that's cool. Just over yonder, beyond the river, there is a city up here to lie, where many loved ones are congregating in palms of victory and robes of wine. Just over there, there'll be no heartaches, no lonely days that there will ever come. There'll be no crying, there'll be no dying. Oh, what rejoicing when we get home. There's nothing here, friend, but disappointment. So often we are left alone, but over yonder, hearts will grow fonder, and separation will never come. Just over there, there'll be no heartaches, no lonely days that there will ever come. There'll be no crying, there'll be no dying. Oh, what rejoicing when we get home. Just over yonder, I'll soon be going to see my Savior upon his throne, and dear welcome ring out through heaven. Oh, every pilgrim, this is your home. Just over there, there'll be no heartaches, no lonely days that there will ever come. There'll be no crying, there'll be no dying. Oh, what rejoicing when we get home. All right, Just Over Yonder, one of our favorite songs. Me and my stepmom used to sing it together a lot. And we do every now and then when we get together at my dad's church. Let's see here. What else do we do? So feel free to leave your questions on bluegrass guitar or anything like that in the comments below. I will see those. They should appear. There's also a private chat feature here, but I don't think I'll be using that. But anyway, feel free to use that. Let's find another song that we do. I want to try to do one JC, my stepbrother, he does. We'll try to do one of his. Now, I don't have the words in front of me. I'm using our songbook that we typically use, but I don't have the words in front of me. So I'm going to try this. He typically sings this one, and I know I haven't sung it on the channel, so it'd be nice to feature some new songs for once, right? I think he does this in either G or A flat. I'm going to try A flat. Seems like that's what we do it in. Pardon my sniffles. I've got allergies and all that good stuff happening this time of year. Aren't you glad it's fall almost? I mean, I am so ready for it. This is one year where I think we've had summer. You know, it's not been, you know, winter straight to fall. We've had some heat. I'm so glad it is fall time. Let me check the sound real quick, make sure everything's working. Oh, yeah, that's loud. That is definitely working. Glad you guys can hear me. All right, so he's still on the fire. Let's see if I can get through this. My mama read a story from the Bible long ago about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. How the wicked king commanded they be thrown into the flames because they wouldn't bow and wouldn't deny their father's name. My mama said the king stood high on the balcony so tall, and he was shocked. He looked in by all the things he saw. He expected them to find them dead and lying on the ground. Instead of 3, he counted 4 up walking all around. Well, he's still in the fire and he's walking in the flame, and he'll be there to help you when you call on Jesus' name. And he can still deliver by his almighty power. Why, here below, it's good to know he's still in the fire. I said, Mama, wait a minute. There's one thing that I must know. If 3 came in and 3 went out, then where'd the 4th man go? And I never will forget it. Mama danced across the floor. These are the words I heard her say. She shouted through the door. Son, he's still in the fire and he's walking in the flame, and he'll be there to help you when you call on his name. And he can still deliver by his almighty power. Why, here below, it's good to know he's still in the fire. Well, my people may be destined to face life's hottest flame, but I am here to tell you by the power of his name. Not one flame of fire will touch you. You'll come through it and you'll tell. Yesterday, today, forever, God is still alive and well. Well, he's still in the fire and he's walking in the flame, and he'll be there to help you when you call on Jesus' name. And he can still deliver by his almighty power. While here below, it's good to know he's still in the fire. While here below, it's good to know he's still in the fire. Whew, I'm glad he does that one, not me. Man, that's what I call a lung buster. It takes a lot of breath. I've got plenty of those myself, but that's one that he can do. Typically I do the last verse that we just did. I just did there. I do the last verse, and he does the rest. Let's see. Let's get another peppy song, and then we'll go into. Oh my goodness! I just thought we'll get another peppy song, and then we'll go into maybe a slower one, a gentler one. First of all, we got to take a sip of the all-important coffee. Today I have a Kona Mocha from Big Train. That mix is awesome. My local coffee shop sells it as the actual, it's called a Kona Mocha, and that's the mix called. That's what the mix is called. So Big Train Kona Mocha, you need to check it out if you haven't. Oh my gosh, people. Miss Allison White is in the house. She's one of my former students at Learning Center. Allison, you have no idea, but I was just looking at that, okay? I was just about to do that. Check that out. Right there. So excited about. I will do that for you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Love you so much. I hope you're doing great with your guitar work. And let's go ahead and do that now for Allison. I do this in the key of B or B. I'm going to stick with B flat, be on the safe side. I've realized as I've gotten older, my voice doesn't do what it used to. So we're going to go with B flat, I think. We'll test it out and see. Maybe. Let's try B. We're going to have to stick with B. I never can remember if it's B or B flat, but it's right here on the page. Duh. So it's B. All right, Allison. This one's for you, girl. Love this song. It's autumn and the leaves are falling. Soon the ground will be covered with snow. Now it's time for the harvest. Are you ready to go? All summer you've been working, planted the crops and watched them grow. Now it's time for you to harvest, before it comes the first big snow. Well, like you, the Lord's been working, trying hard to win your soul. Now he's coming for his harvest. Better be ready to go. It's autumn and the leaves are falling. Soon the ground will be covered with snow. Now it's time for the harvest. Are you ready to go? Outside the wind is blowing, scattering the leaves to and fro. Summer's gone, winter's coming. Can't you feel the cold winds blow? Like the seasons, your life changes. You've had time to save your soul. Now the grain is ripe for harvest. You must reap just what you've sown. It's autumn and the leaves are falling. Soon the ground will be covered with snow. Now it's time for the harvest. Are you ready to go? Man, love, love, love that song. If you've never heard of the Daltons out of Kentucky, they used to be called the Dalton Gang. You got to go check them out. Jeff, their brother, has gone and passed on. He's going to be on with the Lord, but Kim and Randy are still picking and heavy and playing and everything. They've got a YouTube channel. I think you got to find Debbie Dalton. That's their sister, I think. And she's the one that actually wrote this song. And years ago, I asked her to have permission to be able to play this song on a CD, which I played with my band at the time, Wilder Mountain. And we cut it on our second album called Wilder Mountain Coal. Love that song. One of my favorites of all time. Thank you, Debbie Dalton, for writing that. Thank you, Allison, for coming. She says, I love you too. I definitely miss Bluegrass class. I do too. I miss just getting out and jamming with people. And I'll be glad when all this virus junk is off and over with so we can get out and do festivals and stuff. Hopefully, it'd be nice if Peachtree can have their fundraiser, the chili supper. I was looking forward to that, but I don't know if that's happening or not. Thank you so much for playing that song. I love that song, and when we get the first hint of fall, I jam out to that song in my car. Me too, no doubt. No doubt. Great. Thank you so much for tuning in. You just made my day, Allison. Love you so much. Such an awesome person. Voice like nobody else. Allison, if you don't have a YouTube channel yet, you need to start one. Your voice is just killer. It's amazing. All right, nope. That's got me all pumped up. Now I got to tame it down just a little bit. Thanks everybody for watching. If you'd like for your comment to be featured just like Allison's here, that's all you got to do. Just leave a comment below. How are you liking the sound of this microphone here? I haven't revealed what it is, I don't think, just yet. Let's go ahead and do that. What microphone am I using? I have the box here out of frame if I can get it. It is the Comica, or Comica, however they pronounce it. STM01. Awesome, awesome mic. I've loved it so far. I've only used it like a few times. We'll go over the specs and everything later on. Toward the end of the video, we'll go over that so that you guys will still be having some fun playing some bluegrass. Also tell you real quick what pick I'm using. I had been using, I think I got a fresh one here, the Dunlop Primetone picks. I'm not sure if you can see that. This is the smooth version. Smooth. Very smooth sounding and very smooth to handle. But the problem with this pick is it's almost too smooth. And I have to use what's called Gorilla Snot and put that on there. And it's kind of like a rosin or a resin, whichever one it is. And it grips that pick. And here's my old one. You can see the residue of the stuff that was on that. And that got to be a hassle after a while. So I thought, well, let me try out their sculpted grip picks. And that is these right here. Okay. I don't know if it says that on there or not. Sculpted plectra. It doesn't say that they're the grip ones, but they are. They have a little bit of a grip on there. You might be able to see that. That's where the logo is written here. That's actually the grip on that pick. You can see that. And you can tell this is a lighter color. It's more of an amber color, a see-through translucent, whereas this one is more like a blue chip. It's a little bit browner. Let's do a quick pick comparison real quick, and you can see what the difference is. Now, I noticed this. They're both supposedly made of Ultex, which is Dunlop's, other than Tortex, Dunlop signature picks or Ultex picks. So let's see what the Primetone sounds like that's smooth. I'm using 1.5 millimeter. That's about the good, perfect size for me. So here's what that sounds like smooth. I'll play some of those chords from the Daltons from Autumn again. It's a little bit more rounded off, tamed tone. Then, if I don't let the other one slide off, the other one. Try that with smooth. So with me, I don't notice a difference in the sense of one is better than the other. They both have very pleasing tones to me, pleasing characteristics. And the links are in the description below. If you would like to check out both of these, I'll talk about those a little bit later, especially the microphone. But you can see the links in the description below for these, for the picks. I think I have a link to the gripped one. I don't think I have one to the smooth, but you can check it out from that link. And I'll show you what that looks like here in just a little bit. But you can check those out in the description below for the mic and for the picks. So that's what I'm using right now is the grip pick from Dunlop, the Primetone. And like I said, neither one is better or worse than the other. To me, they both have a pleasing sound. If anything, this one cuts through just a little bit more, has a little bit more pick noise. If you like that, I don't mind it too much. A lot of it depends on what kind of mic you get. And so far, this mic, to me, isn't really sounding like it's like the pick noise is obtrusive or what's the word I'm looking for? Offensive. That's the other word. It's not offensive to me. It's not bothering me a bit. All right, so let me show you a couple real quick chords here. I'm sure you'd like to have maybe a little mini lesson here. The chord that I'm using in Autumn is a B minor. But I love the sound of minor 7 chord. I'm going to prop this up a little bit. Helps a little. Maybe it'll change the sound though. It almost sounds better. It's kind of aiming right here now. Almost a little too much. But anyway, I'll go back to the regular when I do to the song. So with me, I do a minor 7, but I do it a little weird. I usually leave my ring finger here from this G, and I make this bar here, and that allows this to come across. Now, the typical B minor 7 chord is a B minor with a lifted pinky. And that works, but I find that it's easier just to leave this finger here, and then I actually have another finger. It's hard to do that. Another finger to press down if I need that support. Now, that's totally a non-orthodox way of playing that. I realize it, but that's just how I play it. Now, B minor 7, another way you can play that, you might have seen me, is I'm playing kind of like, here's a B7. If you take a B7, lift the pinky, and lift the first finger, and you put the pinky now on the B string, 3rd fret from the capo or from the nut. So the minor 7 note is, let's see, that G string. And it's present here as well. Okay. We have the minor 3rd, we have the minor 7, we have the root, and then for this note is the minor 3rd again. And I also sometimes I add that E in there for just a little bit of extra, jazziness. E string, it's not an E with a capo, I understand that. Which it actually is the 4th. So I've got a 3rd, add 4, add 11, add 11. So B minor 11 at this point. Whichever one you like. So those are 2 chords you can check out and use in your own playing. Whenever you need to use a B minor, try B minor 7 or the cheater B minor 7. Allison knows this chord well. I think I've showed this to her. The Chi B minor chord, which is actually theoretically wise a B minor 11. If I'm not mistaken. Pretty. I'm liking this angle. Sounds pretty cool. All right, so let's do a slow song now. Let's do a slow song. I'd like to do, like I said, some new ones I haven't done on this channel. There's one I could do. I'll tell you what, there's a song my good buddy Bobby loves. It's called Never Been This Homesick Before. I'll do that one for him. I don't think I've done that on here on this channel, so how do I do that in? I think that'll work. We'll try B for that as well. It starts a little low for my voice, but it gets a little high. We'll try. It's called I've Never Been This Homesick Before. There's a light in the window, table spread and slender, someone standing by an open door. This old lonesome heart is crying, think I'll spread my wings for flight, for I've never been this homesick before. Can't you see the bright light shine? It's just about home time. I can see my father standing at the door. This world's been a wilderness. I'm ready for deliverance. Lord, I've never been this homesick before. I can see the family gathered, faces all familiar, and no one's old or feeble anymore. This old lonesome heart keeps crying, think I'll spread my wings for flight. Oh, I've never been this homesick before. Can't you see the bright light shine? It's just about home time. I can see my father standing standing at the door. This world's been a wilderness. I'm ready for deliverance. Lord, I've never been this homesick before. Can't you see the bright light shine? It's just about homecoming time. I can see my Father standing at the door. This world's been a wilderness. I'm ready for deliverance. Lord, I've never been this homesick before. Lord, I've never been this homesick before. Sometimes we do that one. Let's see what else we got here. Here's one that a lot of people like. I haven't done it in a while, but we occasionally do it. Let me take another swig of my coffee here. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. It's been a steady 6 or 7 viewers, so thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate it. Leave a comment. Let me know you're here. Let me know what the sound's all right and everything. Sounds good on my end. I know that. All right, let's see here. So this one's called, this one's, it says C sharp, but I'm pretty sure I didn't see. I may try it in C sharp. It's not that much of a big difference on this song. And that's when you know it's time to tighten your capo. I'm using a Shub capo, by the way. That's what I've been using for years. Love it. I was used to the Kaiser ones for a long time, where you just clamp them on your headstock and all that. And I had the Page for a while, that you can just kind of let it rest up here. I miss that because now I have to grab in my pocket every time I need a capo, but it's been one of the most stable and sturdy capos I've had. So I really love it and like it. Got one for both of my acoustic guitars. All right, so this is called The Old Man Is Dead. It's kind of hard to looking over here and seeing, trying to sing in the microphone at the same time, but there's really a way I can really set it up, the music stand. This one goes out to Daryl Shavers and my good buddy Tony Phipps. Both of those guys used to sing this song and still do, and they're the best at it. So I love it. All right, here we go. Ran into some old friends of mine I've not seen for some time. They stopped by and asked me, where have you been? What's on your mind? They wonder why I'm not drinking and still painting this old town red. Told them I'm serving Jesus now, and the old man is dead. And the man you see before you may look a lot the same. I still wear the same clothes and still have the same old name. You're looking on the outside. If you could see inside instead, you would see a brand new man, 'cause the old man is dead. I I used to live such a wicked life, had no hope inside. I was lost in darkness, searching for the light. Then one night at a little church, after hearing what the preacher had said, gave my life to Jesus. Then the old man was dead, and the man you see before you, they look a lot the same. I still wear the same clothes and have the same old name. You're looking on the outside, if you could see inside instead, you would see a brand new man, 'cause the old man is dead. Yes, the old man is dead. Man, that'll make you shout. I'm telling you, that's good stuff. Good stuff. I thought of another one we do quite a bit, and I don't know if I've done that on here or not, but it's a song called The Four Horses of the Apocalypse. And this is a song that good friends of the family, and until most recently was my pastor, the Harris family. You all know who I'm talking about. There was a person that they knew had wrote this song. And I remember years ago when we was in a church called Woody in just off of at the end of Plateau Road in Crossville, or halfway between Crossville and Monterey. Kathy would sing this song all the time. And after a while, me and my stepbrothers had just started going there. And after a while, I got to listen to the song and playing around with it. And I realized Kathy was doing a certain chord progression. I don't know if this was the original chord progression as it was written originally, but it kind of stuck. And I've been playing it ever since the same way. And this is called Four Horses or Four Horsemen. Well, yeah, Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. I don't know if it's in here. I will try my best to remember it. Because I don't think it's in this book. It's one of those that at the end of this book, I've got my songbook here. I have got a list of songs on a notebook piece of paper saying the songs that I memorized well enough so I don't have to use the book. And typically this is one of them, but it goes by so fast that it's easy to mix up the verses. There are a lot of songs like that, believe it or not. If you start singing for any length of time, you'll start realizing there's a lot of songs you sing and you're like, well, some of the verses are really easy to mix up. I don't think it's in here. I'm still flipping pages here. It should have been there if it was in here. It's not, but I will try to sing this. And I don't think I have it. I may actually have it on Google Docs. Let me go over here and see real quick. See if I can find it on my drive, my Google Drive. Half the time I'll type out the songs, and that way I can print them off and put them in my songbook. You saw earlier how I did that with Autumn. So let me see if I've got it on here. Four Horses. Four Horse. Four Horses of the Apocalypse. Got it. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this up. And you'll be able to see this. I'm going to, the last verse will not be shown because it doesn't have enough room on the page. Actually, I can zoom that out just a little bit. We'll do that. We'll zoom it out so you can see everything. Okay, basically, that's the whole thing. Let me go over here and show it to you. Okay, what about that? Okay, we'll stick with this view that way you can see my full fingers and everything. Probably can't read that too well, but to be able to see all the words, there it is. So, all right. I thought, give me just a second, guys. I thought for sure that I'd already had this typed out in a Google Doc, but I don't see it. Maybe not. Anyway, we'll go ahead and go back down to where it was. That way you can see everything. Be nice if I could do a full screen thing, but it's showing all these controls and stuff. All right, here we go. This one is in A minor. I do it in A minor. I think JC, my brother, does it in A, or excuse me, I do it in B minor. Capo 2 A minor, but I think he does it in A minor actually. Loving the sound of this microphone. Really, really enjoying it. All right, so 4 Horses of the Apocalypse. And now that I got the words, if I can remember they're over there, it'd be nice if I could see them on the screen, but they're too small on the screen. Right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. 4 horses of the apocalypse, they are about to ride. When they are loose, there'll be no place to hide. You can read of their destruction in the book of Revelation, as the riders bring judgment to 1/4 of all nations. One is white, one is red, one is black, and the pale horse of death. John said the first horse was white like a snow. He sat upon him, he carried a bow. Second horse he saw, it was a fiery red. Its rider carried a great sword and bravor and death. One is white, one is red, one is black, and the pale horse of death. Black horse came next and brought famine to the land. His balance is the rider he carried in his hand. When the 4th seal is open, that horse he is felled. Death sits upon him, followed by hell. One is white, one is red, one is black, and the pale horse of death. Listen to me, friends, you better follow this course if you want to escape the wrath of each horse. Repent of your sin and take the Bible as your sword. Call upon Jesus to come be your Lord. One is white, one is red, one is black, and the pale horse of death, and the pale horse of death. All right, that last part that I flubbed up on so much was supposed to be little Tony Rice kind of thing he does in Wayfarer Stranger. Okay, that's just what I call in my Bluegrass Guitar Essentials course the alternate D shape. It's just an inversion of a D chord. It's got the third in the bass. Okay, so that's A minor, alternate D shape, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th fret is up here on the D and the G strings, and then at A string down, and that's open. Kind of like a weird A minor 11, 13 something. Okay, I'm going to take time to figure out what that is, but that's how that goes. Four Horses of the Apocalypse, really, really good song, one of my favorites. I think that I should probably do this more often, where I show you the things on the screen and stuff. A lot of these songs in my songbook I actually have topped out, but that way I can see them and everything. Let's do that one. There's one right here I've already got. I'll look that one up for you guys. This is called, I think we got it from the Isaacs. I don't know if they wrote it. Or no, it says performed by Daly and Vincent, so that's who we got it from. So let's go to Crossover. Crossover. Let's see. Crossover to the other side of Jordan. Here we go. All right, we'll pull that one up too. This one's called Crossover to the Other Side of Jordan. This is from Daly and Vincent. I'll go ahead and that's basically the whole song there, okay? The tricky thing about this is that JC, myself, and my stepbrother, who are also in the group that I've been talking about with my sister, we three got together and formed another group called Life's Pathway with an amazing dobro and mandolin player, Matt Vaughn, and his dad, amazing banjo player, Randall Vaughn. And we got to sing this song. The hard part about this song is we sung it for 4 parts, okay? So it was, especially the last verse, you can see their names are written there, okay? So the first line was Eric. I said this, and Matt said this part, and he was the high tenor kind of like voice harmony. JC was kind of like just regular, and then Shane was the bass, okay? So if you listen to the original version by Daly and Vincent, that's how they do it. And we kind of wanted to emulate that. And so that's kind of what we got going on there. It says it's in B flat, but that was when Matt was singing it. Let me see it here, if I can do it here at A. A is perfect. We'll try it in A. I am not seeing any comments, but hopefully everybody's getting a good time and a good concert out of this, because I see 6 people viewing and watching. I don't see any other things there. Okay. All right. Tell you what, let's do one more song here, and then we'll kind of feature the products here that I've been talking about, these picks. Not much else to say about these, actually, but then I'll talk about this amazing microphone you've been hearing me through the whole time. Now, it probably would sound better if I was down here because I'm above it, but I'm glad you could actually hear it. And it's really crisp, really clear. And let's hear the silence of it real quick. Now, what you're probably hearing is the air conditioner's on right now. I've got a fan on setting 1 here. There's some fans on behind my computer to keep it from getting too hot back there, because it gets hot in this room. And you can hear the clock ticking maybe. But this is a really great sensitive mic. You just got to be careful when you're recording. So we're going to try this one, Crossover to the Other Side of Jordan. After many long years of bondage, God's chosen people had been out in the wilderness wandering. Was all because of sin. Their leader had been old Moses, and now that he had died, God said to Joshua, cross over to the other side. Cross over to the other side of Jordan. The Lord of Joshua said, cross over to the other side of Jordan. My people must be led no longer in the wilderness wandering. From Egypt's bondage flee, and when you reach the other side, you shall be free. The river now lies before you, and the water water's control. Now it's time to cross over the water back to the road. A wonderful land awaits you just over Jordan's tide. Just remember the victory lies over on the other side. Cross over to the other side of Jordan. The Lord of Joshua said, cross over to the other side of Jordan. My people must be led. No longer this woman from me to bondage flee. And when you reach the other side, you shall be free. Well, then God said to Joshua, look toward the setting sun. All the nations that you see one day will be one. Just as I was told Moses, so I will be to thee. Stand by you in battle, and I'll bring you victory. Cross over to the other side of Jordan. The Lord of Joshua said, cross over to the other side of Jordan. My people must be led. No longer this wonder from Egypt's bondage flee. And when you reach the other side, you shall be free. And when you reach the other side, you shall be free. Another thing about that song is, as you can see there at the bottom, it says second chorus a cappella. We were supposed to go into the chorus again, the second repeat at the end, a cappella, because what we would do is we would harmonize and we would do some repeats, and it would be layered, like cross over to the other side. The Lord to Joshua said. And so we would layer that. I don't remember if the Daly and Vincent did that or not, but we decided to try that. And it sounded really, really good. And I miss getting to play with multiple people that kind of do this stuff, because it's so much fun to just hop and jump around each other like that. Dole Lawson used to do that a lot. I'm going to do one that I wrote with some of the kids over at Peachtree Learning Center. This has been on my mind for a while. I keep forgetting about it, so I'm just going to turn there right now before I forget. Let's get that over some more. I can see it a little bit better. And this one is in A minor. A couple years, maybe 3 years ago. First, let me take a swig of my coffee. My voice is getting dry. Maybe 2 or 3 years ago, we had a class, bluegrass class that Allison was referring to. I used to teach bluegrass at Peachtree Learning Center. And in one of those classes, the assignment was to come up with a song and write a song that dealt with medieval times, but from a Christian perspective. Okay, so Jeff Guitar Nelson, very good, rock on. Thanks so much, Jeff. Or in this case, bluegrass on. But anyway, we was tasked with the assignment, and every class was like this. The dance class, the music classes, they all had to either write or perform to a song that was medieval, kind of like inspired. Because the theme for that year was it's medieval theme. I forget what it was called, but it had a medieval theme to it. And I studied, the troubadours, as they were called, the minstrels that would go around singing and playing their instruments for, just kind of wandering minstrels, and it would go around singing. And I studied their style, and I was surprised to find that the chord structure is actually very basic. It's pretty easy to understand, okay? And I began setting about getting some ideas from the kids. Now, their part in writing the song was generating some of these ideas. And we got to talking together about brainstorming about what does the medieval period kind of have to do with the Bible, and what can we take from the Bible that can be applied to medieval things. And so that was their part of the writing process. I actually wrote the lyrics and the chords, but they actually helped me brainstorm that. And I really had a great time doing that with them. I don't think Allison was one of the members that did that, but we've sung it together. I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, this song is called The Greatest Story Told. And we decided that one of the biggest things that were in medieval times and relates to the Bible is the concept of dragons, slaying dragons, right? And so we wrote a story based around that, and the dragon obviously being the devil, right? Being Satan, old Slewfoot, as some country folk call him. And so this song came out of that. And I don't know if I've ever sung this before or not on YouTube. So this may be a debut. I don't know. I want to get this recorded eventually. I'm still in the process of trying to get my album out there, the rest of it. So one of my goals is to try to do it before January 21st, especially since very recently I mixed a song that wasn't even mine in like 3 days. And so I know I can do it. I just got to get down and put the nose to the grindstone. But anyway, the song is called The Greatest Story Told. It tells the story of the great dragon. And you'll see about the rest of it. Okay, so hopefully you can get the analogy and the allegory there from between the Bible and medieval times in this song. And I haven't done this in a while, so I may mess up. I'll do my best. Let's see. Come listen to a story of legendary fame about the great dragon of old. How the white knight in victory came, 'tis the greatest story told. Yes, the greatest story told. The horse he was gallant and white as the snow, his rider was faithful and true. The weapon he carried was the sword of the Lord. He had come to save me and you. Yes, he came to save me and you. But the dragon was mighty and sly as a snake, the most deadly foe he became. He defeated our hero and made the earth quake. It seemed hope was lost in his name. 3 days a night lay in a borrowed tomb, while the dragon breathed fire everywhere. He tortured the souls of all in the kingdom. We were caught in sin's wicked snare, all caught in sin's wicked snare. No one to save us, our hope was all gone. The dragon had snatched it away. But hark, there's the sound of a seal being broken, and the night in his glory arises on the third day. Glory to God in the highest, welcome our conquering King. The dragon has fled, our Lord is not dead. His love has redeemed everything. His love has redeemed everything. Now the dragon still roams to and fro on the earth, and he seeks to devour lost souls. But the King in his glory knows the end of the story. Yes, the greatest story ever told. Glory to God at the highest, our King has returned to the land. The dragon is slain, our Lord quenched the flame. And he did it with his bare hands, those precious nail-pierced hands. Man, that's good stuff. All right, guys. I think that's all I'm going to play for right now. I'm going to get on into the discussion of the Comica microphone. So if you want to hop off here, feel free to do that. I wanted to get all the good stuff out of the way, and I wanted to share with you guys this amazing product. Okay, so I've already mentioned the Dunlop picks. Definitely try those out. Only like, I think $4 for I think it's a 3-pack. cheap, or a lot cheaper than, other picks we won't name. Some of you probably know about. I don't want to give them a bad name because they're great picks, but that's just a little too much for me to pay. So I'm currently using the grip one. If you want to check that out, you can go, and I will show you exactly where you can find that. The link is in the description below, but I'll show you where it will take you to, okay? That's going to take you to my kit page, all right? This is a place that helps artists helps artists build their fan base through affiliate links. So anything you buy off this site will actually give me a small commission, very tiny commission actually, from Amazon, but it won't cost you anything extra. And that's a way that you can show your support, is by buying your products through these links. So if you go to my kit, which is ericbeatty.com/gear, I've programmed it to send it to this page. You will see my page here, okay? And what I usually do is every time I have a YouTube video, I have, every time I do a gear review video or anything where gear is featured, I go ahead and put it on the as seen on YouTube. That's the one I update the most. Okay, so the most recent ones are in the front here, all right? So as you can see, if I click on this, you should be able to see all the gear here, all right? So there's a bunch of them. These are from the last few videos that I've done. I've done review videos, and here's the Gorilla Snot I was telling you about earlier that I had to use with this pick. This is the Primetone pick, and this is the Smooth, and then this is the grip one. You can definitely see a difference here, okay? And so as you scroll down, here's all the stuff that I've featured on YouTube. Anytime I come up with a new thing, I try to put it on the very top of the list, so it kind of filters its way down, all right? So as you can see, let me go ahead and get the guitar out of the way so that I can better manipulate the stuff here and get this up maybe to my level a little bit better. Not much to say about the pick. You've heard it. You've heard what it sounds like. Definitely check it out if you're interested. Very cheap pick, and you can go here to check it out. And here is the microphone I was telling you about. Now, here was the box earlier that I showed you, the STM01, right? Now, on the back here, it'll show you the features, okay? It's a cardioid, large diaphragm. Can't see. Hopefully you can see that. Large diaphragm microphone, cardioid direction. Okay, so as you can see, we'll do this right here, and I'll show you the features on the website here in just a second. But as you can see, the direction is usually kind of, excuse me, it's kind of like a, comes from, the direction comes from the back, and that circle comes around. So there's hardly any noise back here. Okay, there's some, but as you get closer, okay. So, and if I go to the side here, it's kind of hard to hear me a little bit more. And I keep talking and come over to this side a little bit more, and that's how it's supposed to be. Now, I don't know the dimensions. It always shows this little circle that tells you the degrees, but it never says the actual distance. So up close, obviously, you're going to hear things, but if I'm farther back, it may not pick it up. Okay, so just something like that to keep in mind. But if you look over here, we click on this Comica STM01 condenser mic. I've got all the features listed for you. Okay, so it's got a 34 millimeter gold-plated large diaphragm. Okay, high quality and performance. It also shows you some little things like 32 decibels and all this other stuff, sensitivity stuff that I don't pay attention to. It just sounds good to me, right? High quality performance. It's got the dynamic range here. It supports phantom power, which is what I'm using, 48 volt phantom power on my audio interface from Behringer. Excellent transient response. Now, it comes with this little screen, okay? It's real easy. You can just take it off. Basically, you unscrew the little thing, if I can get it off. And there's the screw. That's kind of like a wing nut, and then it comes right off. And so if I go, it's very light on plosives. Okay, so I'm in front of it now. But if we put this in front of that, and this isn't, I don't know if this is a real good, it's not foam, it's actually metal. So, I mean, that's really cool that you have the screen. I don't know how well it does. I haven't really recorded anything with it. But if you have one of them like little foam circle things that's for the plosives and stuff, windscreens, you can put it there. And another trick, if you didn't know this, when you're using a microphone, has a lot of plosives, what you can do is you can put a pencil up to your mouth and talk like this. Because that actually divides your air to the sides, and the full force of that is not being shoved into the microphone itself. So that's really, really great. Back to the screen here. I think they wanted to say make your recording pure. I think this is a Chinese manufacturer, so it is kind of like the English isn't exactly the best, but you have an all metal housing. This is a massive microphone as well. It comes with a shock mount. It comes with, there's the screen that came with it. I've lost the wing nut already. I always lose stuff. It comes with this screen. It comes with that shock mount, and there's a little dial on the bottom where I can kind of loosen it and then change the angle and then tighten it again. So that's really, really handy. And it's fitting on my standard boom mic, and it should fit on the standard microphone stand as well. I didn't need an adapter or anything like that. It looks like there might be one in there, actually. I'm not sure, but products are designed to ease your technical woes, not add to them. If you encounter any issues, please contact us. We'll try our best to help solve it until you're satisfied. They sent me this mic to try it. They contacted me and saw some of my review videos on YouTube and wanted me to try this out. And I was glad to try it out for sure because I needed a good studio condenser mic. What I have is just a little cheap $25 thing. It's an off-brand knockoff called Florion. And a bunch of people make this kind of, microphone. Not that it's bad or anything, but this is a lot more professional for recording and everything. So definitely, you want to check this out, please go to ericbeatty.com/gear and check out the Ask Scene on YouTube. You can see all the other things I have as well. If I go back to my previous page, it will take me back. There we go. I've got my go-to gear that I use a lot, stuff that I find I typically add to this. So now that I like these picks, I'll probably add this pick to there, and I use all these other things. I've got some music and stuff that I have that links to my books and my music, some guitar books and music that I recommend. This thing will scroll down. It's not wanting to, is it? Let me reload the page. All right, here we go. So these beginning guitarists, these are some of the books that I've used with my own students that I found very handy, and also some strings that I recommend, and some other guitar and music books here, and some gear that I use for my video. I haven't updated some of these in a while, but probably need to update some of these, and I think that's all I have. Definitely guitar books and music books I recommend, and I need to go back and update a bunch of these because some of this stuff I've found new things since then. But I think that's going to be all for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your attention. I appreciate you checking out the live stream today. If you'd like to see me do more of these, please leave a comment below. Let me know. I definitely like this format. It's a lot easier when you're doing not having to edit videos and when you can actually just practice, which is something I need to do anyway. It gives me incentive to practice more when I can practice in front of an audience. And we can kind of sit down and go behind the scenes as well during that. So I want to say thanks so much to Allison for tuning in. Everybody else that tuned in. I was looking for my dad today, but I didn't see him on here. He must not have got the notification, or he may be out in town or something. I can't get access to the internet. But thanks to everybody for watching. Please check out more videos. I've got 700 plus videos on this channel, some of which are unlisted, but I do have a ton of videos on this channel. If you want to learn more bluegrass stuff, check out bluegrassguitaressentials.com, or you can look at my digital courses over at ericbeatty.com/courses. Very simple, very easy. Thank you, everybody, for watching and tuning in. I will see you guys on the next broadcast, whatever that may be. And until then, God bless. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.